When I was still an embryo, I was taken away by robots. Everyone was born through high-tech cultivation and breeding. Before we were even born, our entire lives had already been planned out. However, my parents believed that life should be respected and should not be mass-produced by machines. So they gave birth to me through natural childbirth, the only one on the planet in hundreds of years. At that time, the planet was on the verge of destruction due to excessive mining. To continue the survival of our race, my father stole the codex that contained the genetic records of countless generations. Using an instrument, he decomposed it into energy and injected it all into my body. Before the planet's destruction, he wanted to send me to the distant Earth. Only there could I survive. This was the only way to continue our race. But General Zod and his followers arrived. Learning that the codex had been sent to Earth, he furiously killed my father. He then ordered his subordinates to prepare to destroy the spacecraft I was aboard. However, the planet's guard forces appeared just in time. After a trial by the High Council, Zod's physical form was to be imprisoned and exiled to a wormhole for 300 years. Several rebels who participated alongside him were all sealed together within ice crystals, then placed into an interstellar ship. As the temporal wormhole opened, they were sent through it. But just days later, the planet still collapsed due to excessive mining. With a tremendous explosion, it completely turned to dust in the universe. Fortunately, the spacecraft I was aboard safely reached Earth. I was adopted by a kind couple who raised me as their own son, naming me Clark. However, my childhood was filled with hardships. When I was 10 years old, the bloodline within me was suddenly activated. My eyes could see through everyone's bodies like x-rays, and my ears could hear any faint sound. Out of fear, I locked myself in my room. When a teacher tried to open the door to let me out, I unleashed laser vision. From that moment, everyone regarded me as a monster. When my mother learned of this, she rushed over and pulled me back from the abyss of despair. However, what no one expected was that I, this so-called monster, would soon save their lives. The next day, on the way to school, the school bus suddenly had a blowout that caused an accident. It crashed into the nearby river and rapidly sank toward the lake bottom. Just as everyone was about to perish, I decided to stop hiding and used my own strength to push the school bus up from the lake bottom. I thought that by saving everyone's lives, I could become friends with them all. But human nature is always dark. Not only did my classmates fail to thank me for saving their lives, they actually came to my house calling me a monster. My mother tried desperately to defend me, claiming that perhaps it was all a miracle. But I believed I had done nothing wrong. I had simply wanted to save everyone's lives. My father told me that people are often very afraid of things they don't understand. Under my persistent questioning, he opened the underground storage and revealed my origins. Years ago, he had discovered me in this alien spacecraft. On my body was enshaped key, clearly not a product of Earth, just like myself. But they had always treated me as their own son and provided me with proper guidance. He firmly believed that in the near future I would surely save the entire world. In order to continue living with them, I followed my father's advice and began hiding my superpowers. I thought I could spend this life happily with my family, but disaster struck soon after.